Streaming. Boom. And we're gonna roll right into it, Drew.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Checking if we're live right now. This is a quick test. Yeah, this is the LP show. Live.
Uh-oh. Cutting out there for a second, Luke. Like he was saying, this is the LP show. We're gonna be watching a little video. I don't know if anyone. Oh, he's back. Uh-oh. Of course. I know a little bit of it, but it just kind of reminded me because I know we've been playing GTA a lot, and this topic kind of like came across my mind. I'm like, wait a minute, I remember seeing something just like that. It was after we did a heist. And a lot of people don't remember, or either just weren't alive or whatever. About 1997, there was a shootout in North Hollywood. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, no, yeah, it's pretty insane. But yeah, we're gonna watch a little video here. All right, we'll go ahead and get it started up here. Hold on, before we start, were you doing all right, Luke? On this Wednesday, I'm doing all right, dude. It's a random Wednesday. I don't even know, the 12th, I think. 13th. Gotcha. And I do. Gotcha. Hell yeah, dude. I know you're excited about that. Yep. No, I hear you. And I do want to just inform you though, Luke. Sounds like your microphone isn't plugged in. Sounds like it's coming from your webcam. No problem. Okay, we'll go ahead and play this video. We'll stop obviously and talking and shit things that we watch. So we'll see here.
It was a scene right out of an action-packed Hollywood movie. Bloody gun battle between cops and robbers on the streets of suburban Los Angeles today.
He must have fired
Hello.
Just, I mean, unbelievable.
Is that better, Drew?
He just kept doing it. And the cops
Yes.
were all pinned down. One of them was
Wait, hold
pretty
on.
bad.
Talk again.
Is that better?
Yes, it is.
All right. North Hollywood shootout.
Yep.
Guys walked in, they looked like they were RoboCop. I mean, they were so heavily armed, and they looked dangerous.
The one weapon that we've identified can go through a bulletproof vest at 200 yards.
These are very organized, brutal bank robbery suspects.
Did they ever catch these people?
The North Hollywood shootout.
You'll see.
It is the story of a bank robbery that went very, very wrong. A surrealist holdup worthy of a movie scene, or should I say, worthy of an open-world video game.
Yeah, it looks like a GTA, literally.
I'm saying, dude,
crazy.
this is
like the car mart and everything.
Actually real.
Yeah.
That day.
Look at this dude. Look at the cop.
Jesus, I hope that's not the cop.
An extremely brutal robbery, a completely botched theft that would soon turn into a huge shooting. 2 robbers against almost 400 policemen.
400
Wow.
policemen. Two robbers.
400 police. That's like that Den of.
police.
Have you ever seen that Den of Thieves? It's kind of like that.
I don't think so.
Den of Thieves is a really good movie. You should check that out.
I will.
No, that's a good one.
They also said Heat. That movie Heat.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you ever
I
seen
did.
it.
Yeah, that's older.
So that's basically kind of based on this, for the most part. But
Fair
All in
game.
the middle of Los Angeles and broadcasted live on television. With an impressive arsenal of illegally modified guns, the 2 robbers will indeed shoot anything that moves to try to get away from the crime scene. civilians or policemen, nobody is safe from the armor-piercing bullets coming from everywhere. Some of their war weapons shoot 10 bullets per second, a simply staggering and insane firepower for a bank robbery. On the other side, the police, having only handguns and shotguns with a weak range.
Only handguns and shotguns.
At bay. But the bullets
Yeah, that's pretty nuts when
because adding to their war
robbers have better guns than you than the police.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do? Man. I mean, of course, I guess you can outnumber them, but
I mean, yeah, that's,
hell.
yeah.
But if all you got is shotguns,
you just get mowed down by an SMG or an assault rifle or something, you know.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how many bodies you have.
The robbers also are equipped with bulletproof protection from head to toe.
Look at that. He's...
Larry Phillips Jr. and Emil Martin are the two who were behind this.
What did you say?
I didn't want to start saying last names. I said, kind of look like Luke, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just for a quick, like a glance.
Two guys keen on guns and bodybuilding who met at the gym in 1989 to then form a friendship rooted in hatred of society. Two determined robbers who didn't seem to be afraid of death and who, during almost an hour, spread a climate of terror in Los Angeles. We still don't know whether they came to rob a bank or make war. What is sure, they committed one of the most brutal robberies in history. So brutal that it is known today under the name of the North Hollywood Shootout. Thinking back to bank robberies.
Oh, they were going back early days.
Think of the 1930s.
Babyface Nelson.
Babyface Nelson.
Imagine if that was your name.
And Bonnie and Clyde.
Hey, I mean, you're a bank robber.
American history
so you'd have to carve yourself out. I mean, think about it. Like
the Great Depression struck
back then,
the
is just so much different,
creating
though.
An atmosphere of economic distress that led more and more people to turn to robbery. As a result, the number of
Clyde, Bonnie and Clyde.
I like to think that back then, even we would have met back then, Drew. I like to think that we would have had a good time, probably. You know what I mean?
Back how far are we talking?
Like 1800s.
Okay, because I don't know if I'd even technically be alive back. You know what I'm saying? You know, my parents. I don't think.
But you know what I mean? Say like 1800s though. That'd be pretty freaking crazy, wouldn't it? You've heard shit from the 1800s. Like it's like that's stoic, damn near. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's like everybody worked in mines and shit. Yeah, I mean, you had obviously you had that. You had pirates and shit like that back then, especially too.
Working on the railroad.
See, I'd probably be an outlaw for sure, bro. Back in the day.
I can see it.
If I had my temperament, especially, yeah, 100%, I'd be an outlaw.
I can see it. I can see it.
You wouldn't? I mean, what do you think? Would you?
No, I can. No, I can see it. I can see. No, would I?
Yeah, would
be
you?
An outlaw? I think I'd just be a simple, you know, kind of shopkeep owner.
Yeah, there it is.
You know, simple life. You know, I might own like a little gambling thing in the basement, a little card house. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Keep it simple, clean.
Smoking ganja.
Exactly. Hey, I mean, yeah. Back then it was I forget what they called it.
Who knows?
Well, I guess reefer.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
The Great Reef.
Yeah.
Each of these years as the golden age of bank robbery.
Okay, we don't care.
Deserved this distinction.
That's a crazy looking mask.
You only have
that is. I was going to say, what is a scarecrow?
Cut out eye holes.
Remember when I told you that 1991 recorded over 9,300 robberies?
Jesus.
Well, a quarter of that staggering figure came from Los Angeles County alone. Yep, 2,355 robberies in that single year. Worse, it's not even the highest total the city has ever recorded, because we still have 1992, when the peak was reached this time, with 2,641 armed robberies. That's roughly 7 bank robberies a day.
That is insane.
Just
that's 7
bank robberies a day. That's a epidemic. You know?
Oh, that is insane. Like, can you imagine working at a bank?
No, how could you keep a worker?
I wouldn't want to go to work.
That's a legit
every
epidemic,
day.
bro.
Fuck. I do not want to go to work today. God. It's like being a gas station clerk today. I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. You know, good on people that can do that. I personally just don't think I could do that. I couldn't deal with the people. And then imagine working like a third shift.
Yeah.
You get crackhead, drunk people.
All types of life.
Oh my god,
the freaks.
You remember? Yeah, you remember like us going out at night and seeing them type of people at the gas stations and shit.
All the time, dude. All the time. Fucking crackheads.
Literally.
Moreover, there were so many of them in the 80s and 90s that Hollywood took an interest in the phenomenon, producing some of the greatest bank robbery films set in Southern California. Point Break, actually, released in 1991, and above all, the benchmark in bank robbery films, released in 1995, Heat.
Yeah,
1995.
At the time, Los Angeles was suffering from an ever-increasing number of robberies. If the rates were alarming, what was even more so was the brutal violence with which gangsters operated during these armed robberies. Most of them were equipped as if they were going to war. Machine guns, assault rifles, bulletproof vests. It seemed that with this new wave of robbers, the end justified the means. And nothing could stop them from stealing the loot they had set their sights.
Give me the loot! Give me the loot!
So
Give me the
much
loot!
so, in fact, that some thought that if they had to kill, they would. What turned bank robberies into recurrently violent operations in Los Angeles was that famous robbery on September 5th, 1991. On this particular day, two men, members of a bank robbery gang well known to the police as the West Hills Bandits, enter a Wells Fargo branch in the Tarzana district of Los Angeles. Heavily armed and wearing masks, they paradoxically demonstrate a disconcerting civility when it comes to robbery.
Buddy in the back.
Customers and employees.
He got a mask on.
Telling them quite naturally.
Enjoy the show.
Wow.
In less than 2 minutes, the establishment is robbed. True professionals, there was no doubt about it, and courteous too, since as they left the premises, they gave the hostages a cheerful
"Thanks, everyone."
The two robbers left thrilled, with quite a haul in their pockets. $437,000, a record loot for the Los Angeles jurisdiction at the time, which would, alas, be
that's one heist on GTA.
Bank employee.
At least,
things really took a turn for the worse. For among those
not our last one, we only got
200 criminals who were already licking their chops when they heard how much had been stolen. They now had proof that it was possible to make large sums of money by robbing banks in Los Angeles. Such was the case with Robert Sheldon Brown, aka Casper, a prominent member of the Crips gang, who figured that robberies might indeed be a good business idea. Within weeks, he sent dozens of armed teenage gangs to rob the city's banks. These kids, often as young as 13, would wreak havoc on any bank they passed.
You said they didn't even have math. They don't care, man.
Think about that.
Yeah, they were just sent in there to do it.
I mean, but think about that. Like, that's so, like, idiot. Like, you'd at least try to conceal your identity.
Yeah.
Try.
Again, a bag.
Yeah, that's what literally, you can go get a paper bag somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
Hills bandits who were polite and meticulous. These kids were nervous, undisciplined, and above all, extremely.
What'd you say?
Very blatant. It's like they're intentionally doing that, obviously. It's just like, wow. Yeah. Like, bold.
How it is. Yes, it is.
The baby bandits.
The baby bandits.
I came to call them. Would appear in the banks firing bursts of bullets at the ceiling when it wasn't at themselves or their accomplices. When they attacked, no one was spared. Sometimes tellers were needlessly beaten with rifle butts, or hostage customers had their wedding rings brutally ripped from their fingers by the baby bandits.
What?
So of course, their amateurism disserved them to the point where they were captured in droves by the authorities. But the more they were captured, the more Casper sent new ones. Teenage gangsters were a common sight, and Casper was never short-staffed.
This isn't even like the 1997 one, is it, right now?
That's what I'm saying. Well, hold on. It's like, I don't know why it's talking about this one anyways, yeah. It's like a lead up to it.
Yeah.
Of Mexican and Italian descent, was born on September the 20th, 1970, in Los Angeles, into a family not like any other. His father, Larry Phillips Sr., had several run-ins with the law during his life, which didn't make his son's childhood any easier. It is said that it was his father who encouraged Larry Phillips Jr. to take the road of delinquency by projecting onto him his hatred of police officers. According to Larry Phillips Sr., this hatred began on his son's 6th birthday when FBI agents came to his house, guns drawn, to arrest him. He said,
Larry hated cops because of what they did to me.
What the hell?
He knew that every time I came into contact with police, something bad happened.
Well, did you do something?
Yeah, like what was the
He
circumstances?
says that the father would also have influenced his son during mountain trips, which would have created in Larry an aversion to law enforcement, a hatred that would follow him all his life. Later, his parents divorced, and Larry lived with his mother, even though his father continues to see him and plays a role in his life, taking him to try his hand at firearms at shooting ranges. These sessions instilled in the young man a real passion for weapons.
I don't know why it's blurred out.
At 13,
whatever the fuck
he dropped
it
out of
is.
school. Yes,
That dude
because
looks
what
creepy.
interests Larry most is money. He wants to get rich quick, and he's determined to do it by following in the footsteps of his idols, some of whom were big names in white-collar crime. According to Larry's half-brother, he was motivated by nothing more than money and power.
Yep.
Larry wanted to live the American dream.
What is this
but he decided to go
alternative
about it the wrong
voice?
way.
I don't know.
He idolized the wrong people.
I don't know.
Like, why doesn't the dude just keep talking?
Then came the inevitable. On September 2nd, 1989, Larry committed his first crime, a theft of $400 worth of suits, for which he was
Suits.
arrested and tried,
That's
and which
it?
brought him a 3-day stay at the police station.
Suits?
So $400 worth of suits.
What is
I
that
wonder what-
nowadays, though? You know?
Like, that's
Here,
one suit.
I'll pull it up. What is it? Conversion. What year is this?
1990. Well, that would happen in '89.
1989, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I never know.
I
So it was $400.
yeah.
So that is about $1,000 today.
Okay.
Exactly 1,024.75. Yep.
I'm going to skip it up to here.
Did you watch that video, by the way, that Blano sent? It was actually spot on.
Remind me, because I
It
think
was the financial video.
No, I did not actually.
It was actually really good,
seen that on
honestly.
there.
It was really good, dude. You'll have to watch that. It's the fucking truth. Go ahead,
I
though.
gotcha.
The duo followed up with another
So I skipped ahead. So
Yep.
basically, so I'll skip ahead.
Yep.
So these two met up at a gym, and basically, they both became friends. You know, they both worked out. They both hated cops. They both loved guns.
And they hated the world, it sounds like,
And
too.
they hated the world. Yeah, pretty much it sounds like. And they wanted money. So
They wanted the monies. Give me the
so
loot.
they
give me
did
the loot.
a few, exactly. So they've that wasn't their first bank robbery either in 1997. So this
the armored vans.
is like
Now
some
they
of them.
decided to take the plunge and hit the banks. Their first target, a Bank of America branch in the Van Nuys district of Los Angeles. It was shortly before 10 o'clock a.m.
Look at
The
these
two
guys.
robbers, armed with automatic rifles, burst into the establishment and fired a dozen shots into the ceiling. Inside, some 30 people were taken hostage, including several children, terrified by what was happening. Some of them were crying, which soon irritated the two men, who threatened to kill them if their mothers didn't make them stop crying.
That's fucked.
Larry and
That's
Neil
crazy.
have absolutely no scruples. All they care about is money, and that day, they're going to get a lot of it. Over $755,000.
There you go.
Then on
And then Lester came in and took 80%,
yeah, I was gonna
90% of that.
What they say, 755,000?
Yep.
That's $2 million today.
That's $2 million a day.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, wow.
on May 31st, 1996,
Salute.
it's the same old story. Larry and Emil attacked a second Bank of America branch, not far from where they robbed the armored car that had claimed Herman Cook's life a year before. The robbery began at 10:05 a.m. with the same modus operandi as earlier in the month. This time, however, they left 2 injured tellers in their wake.
That Curry, no,
that's stolen was even greater than the previous one, almost 800 grand.
Almost 800 grand.
A total of almost 1.5 million in the space of 30 days.
In a month.
That is like probably 4 million. Yeah, 3.9.
3.9.
The investigators had been warned. For the first time,
I would have stopped right there. I'd have been done.
Yeah, you're done.
We're good.
2 million apiece, dude.
2 hooded robbers.
Still haven't been caught.
Intimidating.
See, that'd be you and me.
Walking slowly.
Yeah,
assault rifles.
that's what I'm saying.
2 million apiece, bro. We just go buy an island.
And what especially jumps out at the FBI.
Put our own compound on that bitch.
By the duo.
There you go.
The 2 robberies. 6 minutes for the first and 8 for the second.
Wow.
Which is an eternity for bank robberies.
Yeah.
In fact, it's as if they don't seem to be in any hurry when it comes to robbing, always keeping the same pace. Even
that dude on the right
getaway.
looks crazy. I'm
as
not
if
gonna lie.
Oh yeah, he looks.
Wasn't robbery itself.
We knew he was going to do something.
Possible armed confrontation with the authorities.
Double chin.
Maybe that was what they wanted to do after all.
Looking.
Well, if it was, they were in
Greasy
for a treat.
hair.
Yeah, because we finally arrived at the holdup we're interested in. The one that will soon pit Larry Phillips Jr. and Emil Matasuranu against an armada of police officers in the middle of Los Angeles. The North Hollywood shootout was just around the corner.
Yeah, subscribe to them.
Or us, you know. I mean,
or us, yeah.
That'd work too.
February 28th, 1997, Los Angeles.
I think this is it now.
That morning, in the city of Angels, the weather was mild and clement. The blue sky over the city suggests a pleasant, sunny day. Just another winter's morning, you might say, for the residents of North Hollywood, who have no idea that their neighborhood will soon be the scene of one of the most violent urban shootouts in history. On Laurel Canyon Boulevard, 2 men in a white Chevrolet with heavily tinted windows speed down the road towards a bank in the North Hollywood neighborhood. Larry Phillips Jr. and Emil Matasuranu are ready for their next big heist. With them is an impressive arsenal, including several illegally modified weapons of war. Their tactical vests are overflowing with
HK-91, I shot one of those.
Larry is carrying almost 20 gear, including homemade bulletproof protection, which covers him from head to toe.
Post Road, I think it is.
What was it called again?
What is it? Pop Guns, wasn't it? Pop Guns?
Pop Guns.
Yeah, over there on the east side. Over off Post Road.
What you doing over there?
I was with Ben like years and years ago.
Okay. I got you.
Years and years ago.
Of course, I should have.
Yeah.
Should have known that. Fucking Ben and his arsenal. You're gonna see him right here.
That'd be terrible. Yeah. I hope we don't see him there. That'd be terrible.
No. He's smarter than that, I'm sure.
More lightly equipped, takes only a metal ballistic plate to protect his vital organs. Sometime earlier, they had swallowed tranquilizers to reduce the stress of going into action.
What the fuck?
9 a.m. The duo gradually approached their target, a Bank of America branch in North Hollywood. The car parks, but surprisingly, the robbers position it facing the wall. A curious strategy, given that parking in reverse would have enabled them to escape more quickly. No matter, the robbery is about to begin.
Yeah, that's pretty
Larry
stupid,
and Emil
honestly.
put on their hoods and sunglasses.
Yeah,
Larry does a quick
stupid
check
as
on the
hell.
police scanner,
Yeah.
You need to
which
get
he
out of there
apparently
quick.
possesses, and then it's off.
Well, you would think they would have a getaway driver.
And exit the vehicle, one after the other.
But like if you
It's just
don't
these
minimally
two.
turn that bitch around,
Yeah.
They estimate
Yeah.
police.
Yeah, at least.
like do that shit in GTA even.
Entrance. Their bodybuilder stature combined with the heavy equipment they're wearing make them look like 2 intimidating monsters about to terrify the world.
Okay, motherfucker, let's go.
The robbery begins when Larry orders one of the bank's customers to enter the establishment. 2 policemen standing near the bank witness the surreal scene.
Like they literally seen it.
Question assistance. We have a possible 211 in progress at the Bank of America. Bank of
The robbery had barely begun, but the alert had already been given. Unaware of this, Larry and Emil carry on with their robbery.
This is a fucking holdup.
Then, putting
Plan
their
B.
money where their mouths are, the two of them strafe the ceiling of the bank. The 30 or so employees and customers present at the Bank of America that morning are terrified. It doesn't take long for LAPD patrol cars to arrive at the scene of the crime. Inside the bank, Larry ensures that all the hostages remain motionless. 30 men, women, and children lie on the floor, terrified by the criminal who roams the room, threatening to kill anyone who dares challenge his authority. Meanwhile, Emil is busy collecting the money. He then hits a 79-year-old lady who doesn't obey quickly enough with a backhand to the head.
Like, that's
then fires a dozen shots at the security door of the ticket office. The door blown open, Emil then heads into the private part of the bank, where the vault and other employees are located.
Get the money, or we will kill you.
Among the employees is the bank's deputy manager, who holds the keys to the vault. Seeing the robber's determination, he gives him access without resisting. This doesn't stop Emil from whacking him
Smack the shit out of him.
Rifle butt.
Yeah, you just gotta get hit because you're the manager, motherfucker.
Emil gets more and more upset. The deputy manager unlocks secure boxes containing only small bundles. The bandit's big black bag isn't filling up fast enough for his liking. They had planned on a haul of $750,000, and all they get back is barely half of that, just over $300,000. Emil
I'd be
stares angrily at his
shitty.
hostage and repeatedly asks him to take out more money. Alas, that's all the bank had at the time. An ominous silence falls. Suddenly, the disgruntled robber fires his assault rifle into the ceiling of the vault.
Everybody stay down. Rapid automatic fire. They're panning the area with fire.
For his part, Larry continued to watch the hostages, moving from one side of the bank lobby to another, when he noticed something strange outside. Not a single car was in sight.
It's too
Larry
quiet.
goes out to investigate and scans the area. He sees a police car parked on his right, but no more concerned than that, he returns to the bank undisturbed.
Oh, wow. Not worried about the police?
Nobody look at me, or I will kill you.
Larry then lashes out at the hostages and fires his AK-47. By this time, the police have
Where they get them
surrounded the
guns
bank.
at?
Taking cover behind their vehicles.
That's a
they're
good one,
ready
yeah.
for the
Or did
criminals. Or so they think. As it turns out, their handguns and short-range shotguns will be ineffective.
This guy.
Back in the bank, Emil and Larry
That
are
dude looks like his
disappointed.
name's Larry.
The loot of $303,000.
But the guy that was hugging the tree.
Yeah, red hair motherfucker.
He's just, I just don't want to. I'm just going to
Ronald.
stay right here.
Yeah. Got that gut and everything. Back then, dude, most motherfuckers were skinnier.
Yeah,
Most
they're supposed to be. Yeah,
is
you're
clearly
right.
not enough. But the clock is ticking, and the police are pouring in.
Yeah, it'd be shitty. Get caught up on the bank robbery for $300,000. For all the other ones were $750.
Yeah, I'd be fucking shitty.
Yeah.
I'd.
Section size, possible AK-47s are wearing ski masks and dark clothing.
Confrontation seems inevitable. Future chaos is on the horizon, and it doesn't help that the cops haven't had enough time to clear the area of civilians. Yes, because many people are still walking around the area. For the robbers, it's time to plan their exit. Larry orders the security guard to take all the hostages to the vault. Then the two men head for the exit door, where the police are waiting.
See, they're stupid. Why didn't they take a
Yeah,
hostage
you gotta
with
take-
them?
Bulletproof protections, the upcoming confrontation is already shaping up to be a tense one. 9:24 a.m. Larry Phillips is the first to emerge from the building. He points his assault rifle at the police vehicles and opens fire.
Damn. He said, fuck it.
Requested help at the bank. Stay down. The suspects are shooting AK-47s. America, stay down.
Stay down. Get the fuck out of here.
The deafening sound of the bullets echoed throughout the neighborhood. Police officers and civilians dived to the ground in order to avoid the piercing bullets from the automatic rifles. The cars they were hiding behind were pierced like paper, some bullets even flying out the other side of the bodywork. More than 200 rounds were fired by Larry. He then retreated into the bank.
Wow, they had a lot
The
of
first hail of bullets had already wounded several people, including 2 civilians. Then, at 9:30 a.m., Larry reappeared, this time accompanied by Emil, who is carrying the bag of money. The bursts of gunfire resume, but more intensely. John Caparelli, a police officer present that day, remembers,
"A single fully automatic AK-47 makes a whole lot of noise, but when Matasariano joined his cohort in the lobby, the sound of two became the stuff of nightmares.
Dude, you know it did.
Oh, I'm sure, but I do not like this secondary voice they keep doing.
The hail of bullets hit many police officers, including one.
Look at all that blood.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
shattering his femur.
Oh, his feet. That makes sense. Shattered a femur?
That's a tough one.
Dude. Yeah, that's. I'm surprised he didn't know if he did die. I don't know, but
that's a long
fuck.
bone.
That's that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's a lot of blood.
Artery
to fight back. The
Yeah.
2 robbers had far too superior weapons at their disposal.
That's
An
insane
observation
that they got
shared
better
by
weapons.
Constable Caparelli, who recalls,
We were in big trouble. Compared to their firepower, we had pea shooters, and the rounds were literally bouncing right off them. With our firepower not having much effect, the idea came to go to a nearby gun store.
Wow.
So go to a gun store. They had to go
They went to a gun store in the middle of a shootout.
The police
Drew.
had to go to the gun
Imagine.
store and get some different, more powerful guns to get these motherfuckers. Ain't that something? That's
Larry and Emil seemed invincible, yet 2 policemen managed to inflict the first damage, wounding Larry Phillips. Located some 200 meters from the robber, one of the policemen took a huge risk by going out into the open to shoot
don't be
the
a hero.
in the back. He fired twice, wounding Larry in the back and buttock. The robber staggers, then turns around in rage, spraying the policeman with armor-piercing bullets that wound him and his partners. The situation is becoming more and more
Hit him in
tense.
the buttocks.
Larry and Emil keep on firing at anything that moves, policemen or civilians. No one is spared.
They better get the fuck out of there, bro. They're staying way too long.
It's a suicide mission now at this point, man.
Seriously.
To do so, Emil fires continuously to
Or take a hostage. You gotta take some hostages
At some
with
point,
you.
you're gonna run out of
containing
ammo.
3 anti-theft devices.
That too.
Suddenly, the system activates and explodes, covering
Boom.
all the wads of cash in red ink.
Useless.
Larry and Emil could kiss their 300 grand goodbye. The confrontation goes on, and surprisingly, the 2 bandits don't seem to want to run away. Indeed, they go so far as to attempt to break into an automatic teller machine outside the bank.
Bro, they're just trying to get some money or something.
No hurry, Larry strolls quietly past the bank.
They said we're just trying to get something out of it.
I gotta get the ATM now.
Yeah, we gotta do something, man. We gotta come out positive. We gotta come out positive, man. Come on.
Oh, that's terrible.
Shooting anything that moves, including news helicopters broadcasting the shootout live on TV.
We've just been informed that the suspect is shooting at our helicopter and the other helicopters. So I'm going to try to keep a picture with you, but we are being shot at this time.
Let me go up higher.
For Emil Martin, things are more complicated. Hit by several bullets, including one that tore off his eyebrow, he was in a state of shock and put himself out of action by sitting down in the passenger seat of the car.
The suspect is walking along the east side of the bank. He's just daring people to come after him. He's got additional weapons. The trunk is open on his vehicle. Good day out 10. If somebody has a shot, take it. Suspect's head.
At this point, they could very well have taken their car and sped off, but no. Instead, they continue to confront the authorities. No doubt Larry, who had
those tranquilizers, man.
If they would have
great pleasure in shooting at the police.
If they would have just taken off, they probably wouldn't even have chased him like
them.
that because they didn't get none of the money or anything.
We see Emil trying to,
especially if they would have took a hostage with them again. I'm just saying.
On the driver's side, he opens the passenger door to signal to his accomplice that it's time to leave. But Larry doesn't seem to mind.
This is you, Lou.
With a sweep of his head.
I'm the one in the car trying to get away.
I still want to have
shut the door, bro. Hell no. I'd be like, let's get out of here.
Shows that his partner may have intended to put an end to the bloodshed. Because yes, it's possible that Emil heard on his radio scanner the arrival of SWAT, who are on their way to help the police.
15 out 10. We need someone here with some heavy guns. We need SWAT code 3.
What the fuck is?
He had to do with the shorts.
What?
He said, bro. They called me in.
He said it was too hot.
I was on the beach, bro, and they called me into work.
Crazy. He
all
had
I
shorts
had.
on like that.
That's all I had.
In an attempt to convince Larry of the necessity to leave, Emil stepped on the gas pedal and slowly drove the Chevrolet towards the north exit of the parking lot.
Suspect on the north side of the building. It's walking around like nothing. They got AK-47s, 2 of them.
Like, what a weirdo, bro. Just get in the car.
Larry follows on foot and continues to shoot at the targets around him.
So you do not stop this vehicle.
There's nothing we have that can stop them.
There's nothing we have that can
After
stop
that,
him.
he takes cover behind a semi-trailer, while Emil, still driving the
I would
car,
just dip.
seems to be waiting for him to get away once and for all. Except that Larry is unwilling to answer his calls, busy repairing his gun,
Why
which
would
has
he not
jammed
just
in the
get in?
meantime.
Yeah, he's
That's when a
an
police
idiot.
officer, positioned right in front of the trailer, sees Emil Matasareanu and starts shooting.
Done.
The bullet passes through the driver's window and just a few centimeters from Matasareanu's face. Startled, Matasareanu hits the gas pedal and pulls hard on the steering wheel, practically lying down on the front seats to avoid the shots. Larry is now alone. Kneeling in the back of the truck, he still tries to unblock his gun, in vain. Officer Caparelli, stationed up the street from Larry, handgun in hand and exposed, fires at the assailant, then quickly escapes to avoid the Kalashnikov bursts. What he doesn't know is that Larry's gun is jammed, preventing the robber from firing back. Agent Caparelli continued to shoot at Larry, who began to flinch. A bullet hits him in the right clavicle artery, severing it and causing a severe wound. In response, Larry pulled out his Beretta pistol to counterattack, when suddenly another policeman hit him on the right hand, causing him to drop his pistol. He picks it up from the ground, places the barrel on his chin, and pulls the trigger one last time.
Took the easy way out.
9:56 a.m. The first assailant in the North Hollywood shootout.
I was wondering, he just stood there for a second. Did you see him when he picked it
Meanwhile,
up?
Emil, whose car has both rear tires punctured and the windshield covered with bullet holes, tries to steal another vehicle to escape. For several minutes, he tries to steal every car he comes across, but the first two carjackings fail. In one of them, he is seen waving in the direction of Larry, who lies 3 blocks to the east, dead, surrounded by policemen. Emil taps his chest twice, as if to bid him a final farewell. Emil then attempts to steal a third vehicle, and this is it. A beige Jeep arrives in the opposite direction and is blocked by the criminal's white Chevrolet, which shoots out the driver's windshield. The driver of the pickup, hit by shrapnel in the arm and face,
he's done running. I'm out of here. Y'all so crazy.
Hey, I damn near be gone too. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He started shooting at me. Said he was hitting the face and the arm too by the shrapnel.
Emil now has a way out. He transfers his weapons and ammunition to the pickup, then tries to start the car. Problem, it wouldn't start. The driver had activated the kill switch, rendering the Jeep
smart driver.
Then a police patrol car with 3 SWAT team members on board arrives at full speed and pulls up in front of the pickup where Emil is sitting, still trying to start the car. Seeing the police arrive, Emil immediately leaves the stolen vehicle and positions himself in the back of his Chevrolet, ready to face the SWAT team less than 10 meters away. For the first time, the confrontation is one of equal firepower, with the officers armed with assault rifles. Escape seems compromised for the fugitive, but that doesn't stop him from continuing the fight. Cornered behind his car, however, he is quickly overtaken by the bursts of SWAT bullets flying everywhere. Emil tries to fire back blindly, but most of the bullets land in his own windshield and on the open trunk of the car. The police continue to fire at Emil, who is shot several times in the chest. But Emil is still alive.
That's crazy, dude.
Seeing the assailant still crouching and in firing position, the SWAT agents then had the good idea to aim at his unprotected legs. The shots fly off and hit Emil.
Look at him.
Several
Boop, boop.
times.
Oh, my ankles.
With his legs riddled with bullets, Emil no longer had the strength.
Look at him. He's like, fuck.
Shorts.
He was hit 29 times and lost a lot of blood.
29 times.
The SWAT officers put him on his stomach and handcuffed him.
They kicked him.
Emil,
Look at the
smiling,
shorts.
Look at him.
still
Look
has
at him.
the
Yep.
strength to utter a few obscenities and even taunts them, saying,
"Shoot me in the fucking head."
he bled to death on the pavement before the ambulance could arrive. The North Hollywood shootout was finally over.
Probably told them to take extra time. Which, I mean, Makes sense. Honestly, yeah. That's crazy, man. That was a crazy one.
Yeah, dude. It's
That was a pretty crazy one.
It was just a random I came across whenever we were playing GTA. Well, after I was like, man, this reminds me of a GTA heist or something.
Yeah. No, that's a crazy one, honestly, man. I've never heard of that one.
Did you expect them to get out and just be charged or something? Or
yeah, I thought they were going to be charged, especially because they had their pictures, like the mugshots.
That's what I thought too when I seen that. But I guess that
was a twisted ending, but good ending.
Yeah, man. Any video? Oh, he yawning.
Hey. No, we could check out. I mean, if you wanted to, we could check out the Trump and the Ireland.
Sure.
They talked about Rosie O'Donnell. There was a clip.
No. Why is she getting brought up? Trump, Ireland. All right, what we got here? Trump smokes. Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, look at that. How long is this? There we go. Good, Luke?
Yep. I'm doing. Just getting a new. Good. How those legs feel? Really sore. I knew you shouldn't have been doing them squats like that. You got my boy and you got my son in there.
Oh my God! I knew you shouldn't have been doing them squats like that.
Well, she wanted to come to the gym, started doing squats today. I'm like, girl, you better relax. You're gonna hurt yourself. You got the boy in there. Yeah, the dude's name is like Taoiseach Martin or something like that.
Wait, who? Who are you talking about?
The president of Ireland. But we could watch
the prime minister. Is this not it?
Let me see. Yeah, prime minister. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, for a second I was like, it doesn't sound like an Irish accent, but I guess so.
How we feeling, Drew?
What's up?
How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. How you feeling?
All right.
Let me see here. How are you feeling? You say you're doing good, man? You doing good?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the right video? Hold on, let me see something here. Are we good? Okay.
Alrighty.
To work. Number two, they're not doing a good job. And if you
we
take
don't have
a
to
look
watch
at,
this whole thing if you want to
look at our education process.
I got you.
And
yeah,
you look at the charts, because they have numerous charts where they do the top 40. We're at number 37, 38, 39, and 40. And recently they hit, during Biden's last few days,
look up,
they hit
like the highlights of it, you know what I mean?
True.
Trump meets, type in his name, Micheál Martin. Michelle.
There it is.
And then maybe like highlights. Or like just scroll down, you might be able to find like, you know.
Well,
he said, "Damn it." Scroll down. We'll find something. No, that's.
I mean,
look at the Rosie O'Donnell one. Just look up Rosie O'Donnell. Trump meets, and then just type in Rosie O'Donnell right there. You should have kept his name. Yeah, you should have kept his name.
Hold on. I got this. Yeah,
just type in that. That'll probably pop up, honestly.
It will. Yeah, it's a few hours ago.
I don't know if that's scroll
she moved
down.
To Ireland.
Yeah, she moved there. Click the Fox News Minute. Yeah, where that one's found.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the classic crew trades by Mott and Bow. By far.
I hear any of that.
You could skip it.
Oh yeah, there's a skip button in there. Some bitch.
Brian?
Oh God.
Thanks.
Thank you.
First, we'll congratulate you on your lower
thank you.
inflation core rates.
Thank you.
Gas prices going down, airline prices going down. This is for the Irish gentleman here, if I can see him real quickly. Welcome, United States. You look great.
Thank you.
Nice to.
Now you feel good. He knows.
What's coming next?
Ran on Make America Great Again. If you could run on MEGA, Make Ireland Great Again, what would your #1 issue be for people in Ireland right now to make your country stronger? And I've got a two.
Yeah, what's going on in Ireland?
The #1 issue in Ireland is housing, to be honest, and I think it was correctly pointed out. We've got to build more houses. We've got to build them faster to give the young people of Ireland an opportunity to afford to buy a house or to afford to rent a house. We have a lot of other good things happening. That's my #1 priority.
Are you trying to
second question to this, Ireland is known for very happy, fun-loving people, great attitude, many in this room right now that I've met. Why in the world would you let Rosie O'Donnell move to Ireland? I think she's going to lower your happiness level.
That's true. Thank you. I like that question.
Why would you let her? Damn.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah.
You're better off not knowing.
Look at Trump. He's
That's
a savage,
hilarious.
dude.
That's fucking.
He said. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen, but he bought a truck from Elon too. Elon actually had a interview. If you want to watch that one, with Larry Kudlow. Yeah, look at it right there.
Whoops. Sorry.
Look,
Right, wait.
Elon exposes why Democrats don't want.
Oh shit.
Yes, sir.
All right, we welcome to the show and a special interview with Mr. Elon Musk, who, of course, is famed Trump advisor, CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, chair of
SpaceX.
Weird. Thank you for doing this. We appreciate it.
Kudlow.
I want to begin.
What'd you say?
This guy, Larry Kudlow.
For your position, what are you doing in the government? There was a cyber attack on X today, which shut it down and may have been foreign sourced.
Yeah,
it's
his
a big
suit looks
story. You want to give us a moment on that?
It does. His suit looks very unfitted and weird.
Like his body, like his torso doesn't look like it fits his legs.
Man.
Well, so that's your suspicion. Is the website, is the internet up? Is it up yet?
It's up, yeah.
It's up yet. Okay, good. But I just was looking back. Let me see if I get this right. They're setting fire to various Tesla charging stations near Boston.
Oh.
Shots were fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon.
Oregon?
Nonviolent.
Shots fired, not a metaphor.
Shots fired, yes.
Jesus, Elon. Jeez.
Marching against the Tesla showroom. Your stock is way down. You've been criticized left and right.
But look on the right side.
I mean, why are you doing this?
Always look on the bright side of life.
Yes. I'm an optimist.
Yeah. But besides that,
yes. I mean,
how's your day?
What motivates you to do this?
Was the opera good?
It's tough sledding.
Yeah, it is tough sledding. But I think we're doing the right thing here. There's been a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the government. When you're part of the government, you saw a lot of that, and there's been, if you look at the Inspector General reports and the Government Accountability Office, there have been many audits that have pointed out that there's a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the government. In fact, there was a report issued by the GAO.
It's tough listening to him talk sometimes.
Last year, so June.
Elon?
Administration, which estimated the
sometimes
you're just like, come on, Junior.
$500 billion. So just be clear, that's not a
But he is
Trump
very
administration
smart,
thing, it's a Biden administration thing.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is get that number down to a much smaller figure, save money for the American taxpayer.
Is he even American? Isn't he like from a different country?
He is South African.
That's what it was. He looks different. He doesn't look American.
Yeah,
look how square his head is.
It's Jesus Christ. Is that what South
I don't
Africans?
know. I just look up Dracus Duplessis. I mean, he's kind of got the same shaped head, and he's South African.
Yeah.
UFC champion.
I seen a video of these. It was this black woman. She's like, they need us. He needs to go back to his country. He needs to go back to his country. Well, do you know where he is, ma'am? And she was like, no, not from here. South Africa. She said, Africa. Oh, I gotta go. She just left. She just had nothing to say after that. Oh shit! She literally said, "Oh, I gotta go."
That's fine.
Actually, Africa. Oh,
that's hilarious.
Never mind.
Very few taxpayers would agree makes sense. Transgender animal surgeries, or why are we spending money?
Transgender animal surgeries, Drew.
Yeah, I heard something about this.
What?
I don't.
To a long list of
I just don't know.
What is the
I don't know
point,
how.
Why are the 20
I know. I don't. But then again, I don't
what
know
are
if
you
that's
looking to get from that.
Alive in the Social Security database.
I don't know.
You got to cut that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, of course. Well, for sure.
Small Business Administration.
Let's focus on kids in schools.
To people aged 11 and under, according to the Social Security. I mean, like these must be some very enterprising 8-year-olds,
And some pretty strong 150-year-olds.
Yes, exactly. As the president said, we have an enormous number of people marked as alive who are 160. He didn't know the country was that healthy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear about that.
This. How do you do it? Okay.
Did you hear about that, Luke?
Yeah. They found a ton of people that are actually dead getting Social Security. Yes.
Yeah.
And probably their family getting it, obviously.
That's what I kind of presumed, but
that's why so many motherfuckers don't work, bro.
Yeah, and that would.
Don't you? Isn't that crazy? Like, there's so many people that don't work nowadays. It's nuts. It's crazy.
Their little schemes and loopholes.
Well, and a lot of people live with their parents still, man. I mean, seriously.
That is a growing thing, man.
It's horrible. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, that's horrible, bro.
Yeah. I know a lot of there's very few young people that I know that that
I work with
live
a few.
on their...
I work with a few, and 90% of them live with their parents, I would say, out of 10 people.
Yeah. I remember, I moved
we moved out. I moved out
at technically 19.
I moved out at 18.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We knew you
still
knew
have 26-year-olds.
Yeah, 25-26-year-olds living with their parents, and they're comfortable with it.
Yeah, I know one dude. He's my age.
Jobs, dude.
31 years old.
Working full-time jobs.
Yep.
Like, no way, dude. I couldn't live I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's
your team.
Yeah, that's
where'd you recruit most of them from?
Psychology.
Yeah. And what is it that makes you choose, the Treasury or Social Security or USAID? How does it work? Let the public know, please.
Right. Well, we just basically follow the money. We look at the president's executive orders, and we also just follow the money. So we started looking closely at USAID because they were completely violating the president's executive orders to suspend foreign aid. What's called foreign aid, but in our view is a lot of corruption. So what we saw there is just a tremendous amount of money being sent to non-governmental organizations. But actually, this, by the way, is I think one of the biggest sources of fraud in the world is government-funded non-governmental organizations. this is a gigantic fraud loophole where the government can give money to an NGO, and then there are no controls over that NGO. So they've given billions of dollars, in fact, we estimate tens of billions of dollars to NGOs that are essentially scams. And
by the way,
trying to put a stop to that. So
I don't want to interrupt, but Secretary of State Rubio just come out. I think he tweeted today. He has accepted over 80% of your recommendations to shut down in USAID.
Right.
So your review and analysis was spot on.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
I mean, what?
So I think.
People
criticize what DOGE is doing. We say, well, which part specifically? Because we put all of the actions of the DOGE team on the doge.gov website and on the DOGE handle on X. So we post the receipts. So it's like this action has been taken, this action has been taken. So when we get criticism, we say like, of what? Which line do you disagree with? Like which cost saving do you disagree with? And people usually can't think of any.
Man, didn't him and Mark Zuckerberg, weren't they supposed to box?
Yeah. He
what
still
happened
said
to
that he's gonna fight him if he ever sees him.
What do you if he ever sees him?
He said on site, bro. It's on site.
On site.
Could you imagine him running up, dude? I could see him being the type of dude going like this.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, he's sitting there like he's rumbling his hands.
I would love to see that though, man. I would.
That'd be a paid one right there, bro, for sure. That'd be a paid one.
It's transparent line by line.
It's transparent line by line,
which is quite remarkable.
Right, and so, and then with respect to the Treasury, for example, the two main recommendations we suggested, which have now been implemented, was that any payments going out of the Treasury, especially the Treasury's main payment computer, which is called PAM, things like payments account.
He found it funny.
He got that.
He said,
the payments be coded with the.
Thinking about that picture of Barris here.
There to be an explanation for the payment. Very basic stuff.
That fucking jacket.
We estimate we'll save
that hair.
$100 billion a year.
The hair.
You're not really. Let me see if I get this right. Particularly with Social Security, you're not really changing policy.
No, yes.
You're auditing the fiscal mechanisms to make sure that
he looks like a made-up character.
Point A gets to point B, and that's where
he does.
Larry Kudlow.
Oh,
some
sorry.
cases it doesn't get there, or some cases it may go over there. But that's it's not a policy exercise. You're not changing laws. You're just doing what any business would do in a profit and loss audit.
I think we're really what we're adding here is caring and competence. And there's a massive amount of fraud of basically people submitting Social Security numbers for Social Security benefits, unemployment, Small Business Administration loans, and
getting tired, Drew.
And medical.
Yeah, I'm getting there too, man.
Fake Social Security.
I'm getting tired, Drew.
Shut it down here soon. My eyes are going.
Real saving.
Why
well,
paying me $63,000
Wanna wrap it up?
a month? Well,
we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up.
We got I mean, we're 58:30 in, so
yeah, dude.
It's a good time to end it, I feel like. Hasn't been too popping of a stream, unfortunately, but it's all right.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
But yeah, we appreciate everybody tuning in. This was the LP Show live. We're gonna pump some shit out this week, and yeah, like I said, try to get some shit pre-recorded for you guys.
Sir.
That way,
sir, we'll try.
Yeah, that way, whenever there's a brief time off, we're still rolling. But peace out, everybody.
And Blaine's gonna have his new computer and everything.
So he'll have it set up.
All good.
But
oh yeah, dude.
Peace out, everybody.